Hi, and thank you for joining me this evening. It is currently October 13th at 8 p.m. Eastern and a Saturday. Granted, the market is closed and has been closed since Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern and won't be opening back up until Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern. But we're going to show and talk a little bit about the trade that we've been doing all this time. So I'm going to start my screen share and load it up for you so that you can see. And there we go. It has been NZDUSD, or otherwise known as New Zealand dollar and US dollar. And I started this trade on June 25th, and I've been writing it since. And it has been phenomenal. It is actually being able to do what I've said it's going to be doing because of the ability that I have going into the higher time charts. I can see the trend and that the trade has been doing. Let me explain. This trade is actually a buy, and it's at a 0.01 lot size, meaning that the last 4 digit after the decimal point is actually a 0. So it's not going to affect our trading any. With the entry price being at 0.68310, and it is a buy, putting our stop loss going down to the 4-hour time chart is at 0.61310, making it 7,000 pips or a negative $70. That's our stop loss. It's not going to go higher than that. That's where it's going to stop. And the reason I can say I'm not going to lose a lot is because my balance is $949.82. So $70 isn't going to affect me any. My take profit is sitting at 0.75310 or 7,000 pips or $70 in profit. And believe me, it's going to get there and then some. And I'll show you how. Let's go down to the 1-minute time chart. And tell me something. What can you see here? Can you see where to put your entry price as well as your stop loss or take profit? And the words I'm using are for normally those that have been trading for a while or beginning to trade and understand what a stop loss, an entry price, as well as a take profit actually is. Looking at this trade, there is not much going on this 1-minute time chart. Granted, the market's closed, but even when the market was open, there wasn't anything to say, hey, this trade is going to do what you want it to do. There are no indicators on this chart. This is considered a naked chart. The indicators of the support and demand or the resistance or the head and shoulders, the trend of the trade, it's not on here. Because during the night, I go through grand mal seizures, which clean my memory. I have nothing left when I wake up. So I have to relearn everything from getting up to moving to basic everyday things most people don't even think about, they just do it, to relearning business, relearning how to walk, relearning how to speak. Everything has to be relearned. And the way the forensic or the indicators are, it's very difficult to do so every single day. So I tend to trade with no indicators. And I'll show you how. The first minute doesn't show much on a time chart. You might read, say you're reading a good book. You might have read the first paragraph maybe, if you're a fast reader. If you're not, you may have read the first 2 to 3 sentences. A 5-minute time chart, there is movement, and there's nothing wrong if you enjoy trading on the smaller time charts. That's fine. It's just not my forte. It's not what I want it to be. And a 5-minute time chart, you might have read, maybe the first paragraph. So you don't have a clear picture of that full story. You don't have the whole story. You just have a little piece of it. Not a lot there. 15-minute time chart, there's more movement, and you can see some things going on. But once again, for a long-term trader, these smaller time charts don't do it for us. For someone that is good at trading and loves to trade on the 30-minute or less, by all means, if that's what you like, go for it. There's nothing wrong with that. To each their own. 15-minute time chart, I might have read the first 2 or 3 pages of this story. Not the full picture yet. The 30-minute time chart, yeah, I can see quite a bit to a degree. I don't see how far this trade's going to go. And it only goes back to August of 2018. Not too far back, maybe 2 months. Not a lot can be seen here. And a 30-minute time chart is perfect for those that can do their trading and have the ability to show the indicators on their time charts and have marked up their charts so they can see what the trade's doing and enjoy trading in 30 minutes or less. All for it. Go for it. You trade at your own risk. For me, 30-minute time chart's not where I would want to be. The risk is extremely high with that. The 1-hour time chart, I can see more going on here, and it goes back to July of 2018. Still not a whole lot of a story for this. And in that hour, you might have read the first chapter, depending on how large the chapter is, or maybe even the first 2 chapters. They've got your interest. The story has your interest, but you don't see where it's going. Unless you have all the indicators I previously spoke about. Going into the 4-hour time chart, many traders trade in this area. And with Forex.com, it's fine. There's no problem here. And it goes back to November of 2017. There's more than enough time, almost a whole year here. So you can see the head and shoulders, how it tests the support and resistance, how it tests the breakthrough and reestablishes it. But I'm still not completely sure on where this trade is going to go. So going up to the daytime chart, I have a cleaner picture of what this trade will be doing. And it goes back to January 23rd of 2014. Plenty of years right here. So looking at the trade, not too long ago, in September, it actually dropped pretty low and pretty close to my stop loss. But there's nothing to be concerned about, because looking at the trade, when you trade right, but you look left to get the full story as well as the trend that this trade has been going in. And standing on where the trade stopped on Friday at 5 p.m. because the market closed, I go back, go left, until it comes down to where it was at the same time, which was, I would say, around January of 2016, because it's before the February mark. So it's right in the middle there. And as you can see, it closed at 0.64758. Well, price here closed at 0.65048. So it's really close to that. And the trend that it had, it was turning around and going up. It's going to test the support and resistance about 3 to 4 times, but it's going to go up and it'll continue to test. But it's rising up, as you can see right here. 1, 2, and 3, and then goes up. 1, 2, and 3, right close there. Then it turned and went up. And it's going to go that way because the trend of this trade repeats itself. Every trade repeats itself over and over and over. It's got a pattern that it sticks with, and it will show you what the future trade is going to be. Now, there's a lot of information here on a day that the market's closed. But as you can see, you've got your head and shoulders, you've got inverted head and shoulders, you have support and demand, you have resistance. It's all here. And it doesn't take much to be able to see, hey, you know what? It is there. And my stop loss being clear down here at the 7,000 mark, and the pips here is basically 3,262. I've got a good over halfway until I hit my stop loss, but I don't foresee it going that direction. Well, with that being said, I'm going to stop my screen share and see if there are any questions. And yeah, it's Saturday and most people are out having fun, or 8 a.m. over in Australia time frame, they're just waking up. But there's nothing wrong with this. It all depends on where you are and when you're seeing this recording. And thank you for joining me. I'm going to give you going once, going twice, and gone. Thank you for joining me this evening or this morning, any time of day of where you are. And you go and have a fantastic weekend. And I'll see you Monday. Bye for now.